You think you know me.
On this day, I see clearly everything is come to light.
Sports to the bone, back at it again, man. What's up, my beautiful people? Now, today we just want to say a big shout out to all the sporting superstars around the world that are currently donating and doing the best that they can to assist persons that are in need as we go through this crisis. You know, a lot of sporting superstars around the world, they have come up with different ways and means to help persons as we are basically going through this together. One person in particular that we want to just pinpoint today is footballing superstar Leon Bailey. Now, Leon Bailey, through his foundation, he has decided that he will be donating 100 bag of groceries per day, as we go through this crisis. And some of the communities that are expected to benefit from this initiative, we see communities like Grandspen, Cassava Peace, Stony Hill, Common. These are communities that persons will be benefiting from this initiative. And, this is really heartwarming because only a couple of years ago, persons in the sporting fraternity were all debating and talking as it relates to Leon Bailey. Persons were saying that, he's a Jamaican, but he, some way, somehow he's going to be represented another country. Persons were saying that he will be representing Belgium instead of Jamaica. And lo and behold, after the dust settled, Leon Bailey decided that, hear what, I will be representing the country that I love the most, which ended up to be Jamaica. And he has so far played a couple of international games for the country. Now, with persons putting his loyalty and debate, something like this should settle it. Because he didn't choose to donate items to different countries. He chose to donate items to Jamaica. So, his loyalty, it is most definitely cleared where his loyalties lie. Now, as we go through this pandemic, and we notice that, we don't have a lot of sporting activities to watch. We have to be watching over the same old things that we would have watched years upon years ago. So we have them on repeat. But having said that, I am hoping that persons are truly appreciative of what some of these sporting superstars are doing. Because, a lot of time we hear persons saying that, hear what, especially football players, they are making too much money. Why would you want to give a player 300,000 per week? Why would you want to give a player 400,000 per week just to play some football? It is not all about comparing the amount of money that a player make to, another job. It has to do with the marketing value of that player, the amount of crowd that player can attract, the amount of sponsors that player can attract. And in a time like this now, all that money that they would have made thus far, it is clear to us that majority of these sporting superstars that entertain us each week, it is clear to us that majority of them are very generous people, because we see where some of them would have rented out hotels to allow patients to stay. We see where some of them are buying different equipment and handing over to the government just to make sure that persons are well taken care of. So, we are really appreciative of the things that the sporting superstars are doing all over the world. They are not obligated to do it, but they have seen it fit to help and have chosen to help. So we are really appreciative. Even a person like Leon Bailey, as I said earlier, persons just a couple of years ago, persons would have been debating as to where his loyalties lie, if he really wants to represent Jamaica. But a thing like this, a pandemic like this, really has shown that this guy really is Jamaican at heart. He didn't really choose to help other countries. He made sure that the donations that he's giving through his foundation, they are actually going into communities that really need the help. So we notice he isn't really just doing it for the big or for the fame. The grocery, the communities that he has listed, these are communities that we think are going to do well with these packages. So as we go through this pandemic, we just hope that, things will return to a state of normality very soon. And we are just keeping our fingers crossed that all our sporting superstars that are in a position to help will continue helping as we go through. Sports to the bone. We keep you informed.